can the body ever adapt to exogenous T in such a way that it might be good to take several days off from time to time and or to vary the dose occasionally? Thanks in advance. I am yet to see any benefit whatsoever, and Gil, you can correct me, but I have yet to see any benefit from anybody saying, I feel best when I take an entire week off, once a month or once every 6 months or whatever. It's my understanding that once you get your levels dialed in and you get your levels flat, everything will adjust, everything will fall into balance. And once that's done, you start to feel the benefits of your TRT over a period of time. To say I'm not going to take any for a week or two, or take out an entire month off once a year, like some people have suggested, it's just I don't see the reason why you would want to now suddenly deprive yourself of something essentially your body requires, to completely cut it off from the tap, let those levels completely tank. Your body is going to become a hormonal mess. The supporting hormones around are all going to have to adjust, trying to figure out where the hell they're going to be. And then after a month or whatever it is, you start taking testosterone again, and you start the whole process of getting your levels up over a period of time, and then waiting for those levels then to balance out, so you start to feel good. Like, I just don't see the point whatsoever of having to do that.
There are three things I could point out regarding this question. First off, hi David. He's a gentleman, one of my favorite guys in the group. Very, very nice guy. Okay, so the theory of androgen adaptation or receptor adaptation or desensitization. First and foremost, I'm going to pose a question to you, and if you think about it logically, I think this will give you an answer. If a young 25-year-old male who happens to be healthy and has sufficient levels of endogenous testosterone is walking around, would you stop him once a year and say, we need to chemically castrate you to give your receptors a break so they can prevent this process of adaptation and have your testosterone no longer work? No, that would sound silly. You just kind of let him be, right? This leads into part two. Part two, most of the guys who say you need to cycle on and off for the sake of not frying your receptors, quote unquote, you have to understand this comes from the bodybuilding world of steroid cycles. First and foremost, they don't cycle off because of their receptors. They cycle off because they're running doses and compounds that synergistically produce side effects that are not so pleasant, and they need time to recover first. Second, those that do have the sensory overload perception, I would point that back to the whole insulin resistance, okay? Where do we know that receptors in our cell membranes become resistant to a hormone is insulin, which leads to type 2 diabetes. What happens there is essentially you're spiking it way too much and way too often, where eventually you're desensitized and the receptor no longer responds to the signal, allowing the glucose transport. This is not something that happens at physiological or stable levels, right? We don't develop insulin resistance when we're leading a healthy lifestyle and eating nutritionally dense, quality, fibrous, protein-rich foods. This happens when we spike up and down. Again, not the goal of TRT and not something we would want to see anyone do with their testosterone levels. So for TRT, again, that's another reason why we shouldn't. And then lastly, the University of Connecticut conducted a study, which I posted on my own Facebook wall just 2 nights ago, how L-carnitine, the amino acid, actually has been shown to improve androgen receptor response. So if you want your testosterone to work better for you, increase the sensitivity of your receptors, consider using L-carnitine as a supplement. So that was a study that I actually posted. It's a clinical trial that was done, and it's been conclusive to show that it actually did improve response.